raw documentation of taking my client John from 0 to 100K dollars in revenue from this one 3-day workshop funnel. So buddy, if you can just see, this is my whole setup and how is the hook for this particular video, just let me know. Now when I do have your attention, then let me just free flow the ideas which I have in my mind, which is, this is a video, this will be like a long video of me documenting the whole process of how and what marketing it took me to take my client John to making $100,000 from this one freaking 3-day workshop funnel that I am behind the whole backend and I am his marketer. He will be like delivering the thing and he will be like on the sales call, but every single marketing message that you see online from that guy, that is being generated by me. Even the one big idea for the workshop, even what is gonna be like delivered onto this workshop, every single thing would be generated by me. Okay people, so what I'm just gonna do inside this whole video is gonna fuck gatekeeping and gonna show you the entire process. So now it's 16th of December and it's been long since I recorded that intro of the video, and a lot of momentum has been just made and a lot of work has been like done, and I was like doing a lot of like research and the behind the process of before writing any piece of copy, this is the thing which we do, which is market research, and this is the major implementation, and I require this information to just have a clear idea on what the main one big domino is going to be for this 3-day workshop and the freaking deciding factor for the entire copy that we are just going to make. Okay, so now let me just show you here the freaking things that we have just made. So this was the previous funnel that we made for John, and this is the 3-day workshop validation opt-in page that I did make. So the start looks, so let me just tell you that John brings in low volume of people, but his niche is super freaking profitable when it comes to getting the quality leads. So it does not matter if he brings in low volume of people from his organic following, then also he just brings in very quality of leads, and one sale is equal to like, yeah, I'm just not going to reveal the numbers as of now and just going to tell you that how much we are just going to make, but here we go. But what I'm just trying to say is that every single lead that enters this funnel is a fucking high quality lead. It's like men above 30 are in pain, is in his niche because they want a solution, and definitely they thinks John as the superior being of providing them that solution. So here we go. Your word decides if this masculine awakening goes live or not. Okay, so this is the freaking opt-in page that I did develop for John, and it is a very simple page, nothing fancy at all. So if we go over to start, so you can just see that we have an opt-in rate of 28%, which is not that great, but it's okay. We still have like a lot of days, and I'm just gonna blur this information. Now if I go over here, then this is the freaking leads that we have as of now. So it's 16th of December and we have 20 leads for this entire validation stage which I did set up. So let me just discuss a little bit about the marketing that what I am thinking to do for John. I cannot like show you the whole written down funnel process, but what I can just do is tell you about the process, and it goes something like this. So a month or 2 months ago, we just on September, yeah, it was September, where we ran this first workshop. So the leads came in organically and there was no ads that we ran, and we are again running the workshop. So basically also let me just break the thing and make a new belief in your head. My English is slow, okay? I know that my English is just not entertaining as hell. While I'm speaking this, I'm just fucking getting that gist that you are just gonna skip this video and you're just gonna go on scrolling the reels or something or whatsoever. But if you stick by it, if you push through the freaking me not being able to speak things in a fluent manner, then a level of achievement that you're just going to get is the raw behind the scenes
what it gets to run the backend of any offer. Okay, so this is what you are just gonna achieve if you will just stick by it, and if you will just say fuck it, fuck English, I'm just gonna stick by it and I'm just gonna watch this entire video. So that being said, let me just tell you step by step how I designed this funnel. So basically we have like used those leads which were like organic. So what I wanted to do is, before developing all the marketing materials, which is just going to take my 70 to 100 hours of time to build, I wanted to like, you know, qualify if leads are still interested. And what we did is we ran this validation stage process, which I just showed you guys that 20 people did subscribe to that, did like enroll and opted in for that, for this, and showed interest for this particular workshop that John is just gonna held. So yeah, so after this validation process, now what we are up to is I want to hop on a call with John and understand what he wants out of this particular workshop, and then we are going to start writing the VSL, the landing page, to get the opt-ins of the leads. Like now the validation process has been completed and I wanted like 30 leads. Out of this validation process we have got 20, and we will still run a few Instagram posts to get 10 more leads to approve for this workshop. But I'm just going to double down on the things that we need to prepare, which is the landing page next of all. And definitely running the ads would be my topmost priority as of now, because I want the volume of leads this time to be here, because 3-day workshop is like a big thing. And the process, the mindset behind having the lead from ads is that 3 days of workshop is like a big campaign to have, and why not just have cold people to subscribe to this campaign and get them nurtured over these 3 days. I don't care if we make sales out of these three, if out of those cold leads or not, but what's the major priority for me is to get people to know John, to get into John's environment. And definitely it would be like a, you know, add-on thing to have those cold people for this workshop.
Life isn't always easy. Life isn't always sunshine. And yeah, here's a little glimpse of my own inner world and the things that I'm learning through being in the shadows and being in the darkness, and like finding appreciation and in the darkness. And so, yeah, and I feel like that's kind of going to be a nice segue and trajectory into whatever else we decide to do. Yeah, I mean, I've been a part of like 3-day workshops or 3-day personal development programs online, and they do well. I mean, I've definitely left being like, cool, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna be a part of this.
Yeah.
Yo buddy, so such a smooth morning, or I would just say that morning was the time when I just started working, and now it is evening, or I don't know what it is. My brain cells are just right now. Let me just show you the progress which I have just made. And I am listening to Shiv Kailash. Har Mahadev. Oops, my secrets were revealed. I use Claude a lot, so let me just tell you. So this is just a landing page draft 1, which I am done with, and let me show you. It just looks like something like this. So this is the website that. So the form needs to be attached. A lot of things need to be done. CTA is not good, and but this is the copy, and yeah, let me just show you for a while. Day 1, day 2, day 3, 3-day workshop. What they must be feeling afterwards. Transformation. Show ke vase oridaro ja shang. Oops, the theme page, like the theme. My brain cells are just low right now. I just straight been working for 6 to 7 hours. So, this is just an update. I am so bad at making these videos. So, this has become a priority to just record something or the other while making these things, making progress in this in this journey of creating this funnel. And heck yeah, I'm just learning a lot today. Not even learning, but I'm executing a lot. I'm just learning a lot. And yeah, man, a lot of just time goes behind the scenes creating the copy of um, the funnel that we are just gonna run, the designing the pages, just making sure that every single bit of the customer journey is so smooth that we do not leak our pipelines and do not lose leads in any single point. So that takes up a lot of time to just set up a funnel, but everything is worthful, bro. Everything is just, so worth just putting the work into, because once you start getting the leads in, oh my god, the real journey begins off. You can just see and project how much sales you can just make, how much impact you can just create. So yeah, let me just show you guys something, okay? So yeah, what I was saying is that you can just see it. So this is my snap camera, so bear with me. But this is the amount of research which I have done, and you know, just to mind you that this is a total of 10,000 sentences, something of that, and this is like a really in-depth research. So yeah, pay Claude $20 and see the magic. If you know how to use it, you know how to use AI. So let me just tell you guys a little bit of reality, man. In between of this completion of the workshop funnel, I just made a lot of progress, but there are a few days where you just wake up, you scroll Instagram, and you just see a lot of people just making success and sharing their stories of how they made millions of dollars, how they just made their clients millions of dollars, XYZ, and someone bought a Porsche, someone has like uploaded so much on Instagram that he has like achieved the 1 lakh 100,000 followers milestone or something like that. Anything, man, anything related to career, anything related to anything. And even though every single thing seems like a success, but behind the scenes it's not, man, it's not. So you can just see it's only, let me show you, man. If you can just see, it's 3:15 p.m. in the afternoon, and I did complete writing all the emails that I required to promote for this particular workshop. So while I have like worked a lot, but this is like a mundane routine work which you all have to do in order to just stack up some real progress, which seems as a success in the future. But today I do not feel like working 8 hours today, man. So this was something that I fight a lot sometimes. Sometimes I just go to places just to get away from this environment of work. And today, what I decided to do was just play this The Secret Life of Walter Miller. And man, there are a few days which would just fill your brain with doubts. And today is one of them where doubts are not there, but I'm just tired. I'm just exhausted from the work, from this repeated work, even though I like it. Even though this is something which a lot of majority of population working in corporate just dreams of, work from home and getting paid a lot from being a valuable man, which I have become. But there are still days that I just I just cannot perform at the most capacity. But I try to be consistent, and consistency is greater than intensity. So today it is that day of getting one thing done, and then just lowballing the rest of the day. I just watch movie, do few push-ups today, or maybe go to the gym, and or maybe even go to the park and just you know and just relax, man. Relax sometimes. That is something what I do. The social media just showcases a lot of highs, but nobody shows lows. And this is something which I feel is so human, which is like normal. Another insights of me showcasing you guys what is going on. You can just see, man. Over here are some of my thoughts. I have just purchased this new table. Okay. let me just tell you what I am up to. There's shitload of work to be done. Okay, I am not behind the schedule, but I do not have time to spare. I do not have even one day to not just work on this particular funnel, and a lot has to be just done. All of these fucking things required to be done. These two. So now currently I am like building up these automations, and automations are really a big task to do, because if one automation is something which does not work, then you would just have to freaking find out that particular thing, that what it is, that it is not working right. And yeah, I'm not yeah, let me just work, man. So this was the small update which I have, and great things will just come through after this workshop is done. And yeah, I just catch you up later.
So I just realized that let me just showcase you guys what I have done and what I am up to and what is the freaking update. Okay. So first things first, I have built the landing page. I have built the thank you page. I have like built the links, the WhatsApp group, the module is ready, the free bonus of the module, like 3 modules are ready, which are just going to be placed inside the WhatsApp group, the bait for men to join the WhatsApp group. And then these were like a lot, the emails are ready. How can I just forget, man? The emails are freaking ready. Emails have been like uploaded inside the template of GHL. And now what I am up to, creating the Instagram stories, creating the ads, running the freaking ads, uh, getting the automations and letting men inside this funnel. I have to create the workshop slides. I have to freaking create other emails for nurturing men to join day 1, day 2, day 3 and nurture men who book call with John. What rest I'm up to? There is no SMS marketing right now. I should have done that, but yeah, I do not have time for that now. Okay, so no breathing days have just started. By no breathing days, I just fucking mean that it may just seem like that 8 days I have left for these workshop, but a lot of marketing material has to be done, has to be created. So I am starting to create the automation for this. Yesterday I just built 3 automations, and today I'm just setting up the pipeline, the opportunity section, from where once people have like booked a call with John, then they are just gonna move within the pipeline. You see, all of this thing happens automatically. It is no manual thing. No manual emails have been just sent. That is why, like a great marketer, you just need to set up the backend so that you just do not leak the pipeline. No leads are leaked through the pipeline, and you get the maximum opportunity to convert from this particular funnels. Damn, bro. Here you can just see oats, protein oats being ready. Damn, man. Oops, I have to just blur this thing up. So today is 19th of January, and now I can just finally sense a feeling of relief that I have done some progress inside this particular workshop. And now we are just good to start accepting the leads, even though the ads are not being set up. I have not written the ads, they are not being shot. So that is something which is another system for itself, but I have a lot on my table, man. Just but I wrote, I never criticize on that, or I don't complain for that, but it is just like I would just require some more efforts to be put onto the table to make that thing fulfilled. So that is something which I'm just going to do. But today I can just feel that emails have been like set up, emails are written, they are like automated, and the automations have been set up. So Instagram story posts have been set up, and the landing page, the VSLs have been set up, and there is this whole system for start to just start getting the leads in have been set up. So that is something which is good, and we're just going to start marketing, man. We're just going to start accepting the leads, and fingers crossed, let's see how much leads are we just going to bring in, how many people are just going to
like are willing to pay John $47 for this particular workshop. So let's see, and may God bless this time that I'm just living in. This is the best time that I'm living, because every single time that you're just living it is not gonna come back to you. And this is what I've just realized. So the present moment at which I'm just living is absolutely the best. I just see you guys with another update. Yep.
Okay, so let me just show you guys one thing which is an insider thing. So you can just see here is now you can see early bird validation stage. So now what does this mean? Okay, so back in December or maybe even in November, we ran this validation stage where I set a opt-in page. Instagram slides were set in where traffic was generated to that particular opt-in page. Now what was that opt-in page? That page had men given a chance to enroll into this workshop. And now, why I did this? I did this for a simple reason, to see if John's organic following has demand for this particular program or not, for this particular workshop or not. Okay, so now a lot of people just subscribed for this particular have like put their info details inside that opt-in page for this particular workshop, and they were like interested in this. Now what I'm going to give them is a coupon code which they can just use. We will just slash their price and give them some discount when they will just purchase. Now this is like a really good tactic to see the demand for the workshop, first of all, because John's following is only 7,000 followers, and he had run this one workshop previously 3 months ago or maybe 5 months ago only. So I just wanted to like check the demand for it, so that I just do not end up making no sale or less amounts of sale, less amount of clients John get, because we did not validate the demand. See, this is the email which I did right now, and I'm just sending it out to them in order for them to receive this particular discount code. So
Yeah, that is something which I wanted to share.
okay people, so let me just show you something which is inside of John's GHL account, and you can see a new upgradation. I will just make a vision mode over here, but yeah, fuck that thing. So you can just see over here the very first email has been like delivered to people, and men have like received this email right now. Okay, so these guys have like received the email. 7% open rate, 0.73 click rate. As of now, if I see details, any conversions, I hope that by tomorrow I just get to know the result of this thing. And yeah, so this is it. Okay, so things have started, the promotions have started, all of the hard work that was put for months have just started to bear the fruits now. And you can just see it's 10:46 p.m. and I have completed the work, but I am just looking at the stats for the emails. And bro, this is the part where everything stinks, man. Where there are 6 days left, so we had 6 days for promotion. We have 4 leads as of now. No ads has been run for now. I don't know, man, what is not sticking with people, but I am seeing the stats for email 2. Email 1 stats look good. We do not have like a lot of conversion, but at least we have like a lot of clicks. So 279 people opened the email, 32 of them clicked. But email 2, I don't know what is happening, bro. This is where like sales is tricky, bro. You just see all of these success stories, but it is not like this. So for email 2, open rate is 31.28% as of now. It has like been only two hours since it's spread out into people's inbox, but only 2 people have like clicked. Fuck, bro. I don't know how this is gonna go, but let's see, bro. Let's see. I do not have even me, bro. Fuck me. This is hard. I'm just gonna shut it down and do my. See there, I have that quote over there. Karmanyavadi raste ma faleshu kadachana ma karm phale turbo matasangvatsa karmane. What it means is, do your duty without clinging to the results. Act with purpose, but without attachment.
and never fall into idleness. So that is what I'm gonna do with John's funnel, and I'm just gonna leave the outcome to the code and only put in my input so that I can control what I have in my control. That's it, brother. See you. So these are the feelings which a marketer does have. It may seem all shiny, all $100,000 months, 10K month personally for copywriters, marketers, but backend you have to just deal with these things, bro, which are real things. Money is just like a byproduct of the things that you have produced, but these are the emotions that one go through. These are the hard times that maybe a few shows and some fail, some uplift from this. I don't know what this workshop outcome is gonna be, but yeah, never mind, bro. We'll see. Okay, so let me just talk to you right over here. You can just see my face, man. It just does not look pretty because I have not taken the bath. I woke up and I straight up went into completing the assets and developing the assets required for this particular workshop. Okay, so as of now the opt-in rate is not that great. So what I had done in order to make sure that I do perform my duty, which is to just provide the input and not create and not give a damn about the output. So what I have done is I wrote 2 new emails, even 3 new emails to the people who have raised their hands in the validation stage, who wanted this workshop to happen. So I am just gonna trigger that emotion into them, that this is just because this workshop is happening because you did it, you said it. Okay, and next I have created few WhatsApp messages to be sent into a group where lead like a king, that workshop leads came in. Okay, so that WhatsApp group would just receive this one WhatsApp message, and as of now 8 people have like opted into this funnel and have like booked for the 3-day workshop. But I want 80 more, bro. Then is when this workshop would be successful or not. We will just see in the future. 8 people are also enough. If 8 of them decided to buy the upsell, and 80 would be less if no one decides to buy. So you just cannot decide that how much sales is depending on the leads or not. But as per the standard metrics and conversion rates, you can like really assume if 80 leads are there, then that's a good number to have. Okay, that is like a decent number to have, so we can just play around with it. But that's the update. So I'm just keeping it raw and real with you. These are the real emotions, as I said last night. These are the real things that one has to go through. So in order to make this workshop successful, let me just put my inputs and nothing else, bro. My time, my energy, my inputs, my knowledge, everything into this. So yeah, let's go. When you can see it's 10:13 a.m. and I have been on to building up something, but leads flow is fucking cracked, man. So you can just tell by my voice or by my face, the look on my face, I'm just not happy with the amount of leads we are just receiving, and the results are not that great. But I'm just trying to do my best, which is to put out a lot of input, a lot of like marketing messaging and spreading the awareness again, and just making sure to hit men with every single angle onto the stories, onto the WhatsApp. And I have found this one bottleneck which I am working on, and I'm just going to set it up. You can just see over here, if you can like recognize it. It would be great, man, if you can just by the look of it, if you can just recognize what I'm just setting up. But I'm just not going to tell you. But if this bottleneck is just going to work, and if people would just opt in because of this one thing, then definitely I'm just going to share it by the end of the result. But wait till the end of the video. Bro, one more thing I wanted to like add, that we have only 10 leads as of now. Okay, so as we have only 10 leads, I am just not feeling that great. Okay, so this is a part of hero's journey, and by the end of this workshop, if I would be able to like deliver on the promise which I had in this video, which was generating a $100,000 case study for John, generating $100,000 in revenue for John himself. If I would be able to do that, man, just see the ups and downs that I went through, and the emotion that I would just feel at that time, irregardless of the fact that I do not know what the answer is gonna be, what the outcome is gonna be. But once this whole process is done. Once the 29th of January has passed and I get to see all the calls booked, and just imagine if I would have just made that amount of revenue for John. Brother, can you even phantom what levels am I living on? What frequency am I working on? You just cannot, man, because this is a feeling that you only get when you are in the trenches, when you are doing the work, when you are seeing the failure, but the story just flips and you succeed. So this is a thought which came to my mind. I'm also sleepless. I did not sleep last night, 2 hours of sleep, and working since 8:30 or 9 ish a.m. and setting up the ads now. And I just scratched a lot of dandruff in my hair. It's winters over here, man. Can't complain. So that is why I look like this. Okay, retarded, not good at all. But fuck that thing, bro. I don't care how I look, but I do care how this workshop is going to turn around. I just want a great case study, bro. Nothing else.
Yo, so I'm not in a position to talk or record anything, but this is a documentary and I just want to record the update for the business. I did set up the ads. Yeah, man. So that's the process. As I told you, just see the next clip, man. Just skip this. This is just for me to record that. This is what I went through, and what I went through. It seems like that it's daunting or something, but it's fucking exciting. The sleep is only in my eyes, so that is why I'm not able to, showcase my excitement. But I love making funnels, man. It's good. Okay, bye bye. God test you, buddy. God is testing us right now. The results of this workshop would only be seen after the workshop is done. Until then, we can just say nothing about the revenue. $100,000 was my goal. I can't say anything right now. Leads are looking tight. Not a lot of lead flow is here. Not a lot of leads from his organic thing is like landing on the landing page. But who knows if the tides turn against us, against this situation, and turns in our favors. So let's see, man. This is just fucking exciting. I've not lost, I've not failed, but if I give up, then is when I fail. It's again 12 o'clock, 12 a.m. at the midnight, and man, I'm just thinking, what can I do more? People who are replying to the emails, I've taken the charge. I'm replying back to them if John is not available right now. I'm just making sure to just do a conversation in such a way that those guys become a little more intrigued, a little more urgent to hop into this thing. You have to pull the levers, man. You have to just pull all the sleeves that you have, roll the sleeves and get your tricks up. Every single thing that you have to just pour into these days. Then is when you can just, once the results are there, you can just say, yeah, I did everything that I could. And that's the mindset, that's the spirit that I'm leaving with. Let's create those workshop slides, man. I just cannot wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day when I fucking create those workshop slides. Let's go. I don't want to say anything right now, but have a look at this clip. Okay, I would just give you the last one. I have just booked a call to just test this calendar and automation, but have a look of these 3 calls booked, and only 12 men have opted in for this workshop, and 3 of them have already booked the call. So not more to say, and they have just booked a call on the wrong time. That's the thing, man. I just should have blocked the dates. That's my fault, but I should have blocked the dates at least till the time the workshop had been completed. So till 29th, and these guys have booked call on 26th and 29th. So here is me just sitting back over here watching all of the strike payments that come through that came through, wearing what fuck that part what I said, but man, as I told you guys, the funnel thing is crazy. Yesterday we just had a few men, and today we have a few more men join this thing. But You know what a crazy thing much more was? 3 people booked a one-on-one call with John, which is the freaking call where John sells his services to them, which is like $5,000 or $6,000. Shit. Am I gonna mute the price? Yeah, I am. So man. Do you remember the time when I said that? Just imagine what if, you know, I am going through the downs, and what if by the end of this funnel, by the start of this funnel, I just start feeling the up when I was right at the bottom, when the leads were not coming in, when ads were not pushed through. And my only mistake that I feel right now was to not run ads earlier, man. We would have just gotten so many more leads, at least let's say 10 to 20 more leads for this particular workshop. And it would be crazy, man. Crazy profitable.
I feel like they're
Look
operating
at the
at
fucking
60% of
shop
their
rate.
their like
Every single
masculine,
man
manly capacity. You know
have
that
showed
there's
up.
more within you.
Every single man.
Maybe you
That
wake
is the
up
power of
disciplined, focused, do everything
the small
quote
scale
unquote
business
right.
that
Yeah,
nobody
you
talks
still feel
about.
like that there's something
If you have
missing,
solid product,
something that never
solid presence,
fully turns on. Okay. This is for the men who react emotionally in moments that they swear that they never do again. Whether that's irritation, shutdown, passive anger, self-sabotage. Yet keep repeating the same patterns with women, confidence, money, even while going through the breath work, through the therapy, through the coaching. You know that there's something that's holding you back, whether that's in the leadership realm and conversations and decision making. And oftentimes choosing what, again, feels safe, what feels like it's protecting us over the uncomfortable truth. Okay? So, if that's you, and you're here, you're in the right place, I want to celebrate you. Because today we're going to be meeting some parts of ourselves, making peace with it. I know some men that I've already talked to have met some of their parts, some of their shadows that they didn't know about. And we're going to reclaim those. We're going to reclaim the power that shadow maybe has held over us. Okay? So, as you can see here, if that's you, type here in the chat if you're ready to meet more of yourself, to be a part of yourself. Amazing. Yeah. Thanks for being here, guys. Seeing all these comments rolling in. Combining all of these really beautiful, powerful sexual transmutation technologies that we'll get into tomorrow. Okay, so let's make a deal, guys. 5 of your time, whatever it is. So, great. You're already there. Yes. Middle left, Rav, Earth, and then Lauren Johnson there in the center. I wanted to keep that attachment.
storytelling at its best, bro.
Like I said, I learned to not let women get too close.
Made a
because
pure
if I did,
20-minute
then
session
my shadow would certainly come up, would kick in.
of John sharing his own
And
story.
then I'd have to deal with all the inner workings and all the feelings inside of me. Make love, right? Okay, so this is part of my own journey of like reclaiming my own feminine emotional body, my own anima, as Carl Jung.
This is what I call from learning to executing.
Yeah, meeting the shadows.
You know one thing? How do you recognize that the workshop is going good? If people start nodding. People nod when you shift the beliefs, when you create new beliefs, when you share your story, when they dive deep into themselves and start realizing that this man is telling the truth. I seek him as an expert. That's been happening over here, man. 25 men, 30 minutes over. No man has left. Only one, maybe. 26 were there.
And if standing is not
Again.
available or accessible to you,
You know what this is happening? This is John integrating the practices. Half an hour has happened. Now John is integrating the practice. Why is everyone freaking standing up? Why has everyone believed that standing up, doing these practices is the core to what they would wanna achieve, which is their dream, just because the lead was so solid. The lead made John seem as an expert, took him from a place of not knowing. Like people who came from ads maybe had 3 to 4 touch points with John, but they still are just gonna delve more into these practices. Why? Because John has established himself as an expert. John has established that he's someone that they can trust, that they can like fully rely on, and that's so easy when you are writing good copy and taking men to a journey. That's it, man. That's it. What's happening?
Stored in the tissues. So from here, we're going to do a very simple practice. Some stillness. First, just notice sensations in the body. Maybe notice the sensitivity, the tingles. If you've never heard that word, just know that it's a way to direct energy. So,
man. 23 participants, right?
You're here. It means that you did the work yesterday, and you're continuing to show up for that work. So thank you. Thank you guys for being here.
Well, baby, the show rate is good.
This is making a huge difference. I know it. I believe that. And like I said yesterday, it's a way that we can really
This is a pretty good
a
angle.
ripple effect in this world.
2, let's go.
Change ourselves. As I'm sharing my story again, I'm going to ask you guys to consider maybe what is your fatherland? Or maybe where are you seeking validation? Where are you seeking validation? Go ahead and actually drop that in the chat. Are you seeking validation? Are you seeking validation in your career? From women, from partners, from men? Is there a part of you that's seeking validation from being an overachiever? So, my turn. I'll share a little bit more of how this...
Power of persuasion. Simple as that.
But again, before this, by the end of today...
You make new beliefs, you get them to your new opportunity, and you tell them, and all of this happens if you have belief in your product. If you have that kind of authority, people see you as an expert, then is when these things just happen, when people just become vulnerable, people just shares up more.
It's just constant externalization.
We getting the notes today?
Because it wasn't coming from the actual person that I needed it to come from.
See it yourself.
Right? Who can relate? Can any of you guys relate?
See?
Maybe it feels like you're eating when you're not hungry. Or maybe it feels like you're hungry but you're not eating. Right? You're just needing more and more and more, or pushing something down just to fill the craving. It doesn't satisfy us. And so I just thought that I needed to prove to myself my game. Again, like we're taught men, don't cry, don't show emotions. I know a lot of this is now coming more online into the world where...
Okay, so let me just show you guys and tell you a little bit of how the persuasion just works. Okay, so the product of John is how to transmute your sexual energy. Okay, and in order for men to believe in those practices, in order for men to really have John as an expert and to delve deep into those practices and wanting to do those practices and wanted to give their money to John so that they can be coached by him, mentored by him, what they need to do is make the belief as strong as they can, humanly can, about those practices, that those practices are the one who are going to get them out of the fear that they feel, and they are going to get them closer to the dream state that they achieve, okay, that they want to achieve. So what are the mechanisms so that I as a copywriter, I as a marketer can make sure that these guys would just be able to make that strong belief storytelling? as simple as that. Storytelling plays such a crucial role. I have not put any kind of testimonial, I have not put any kind of like credibility factor news inside these slides. Why? Because the storytelling plays a huge role, and storytelling in itself would just create these beliefs into the minds of people that, you know what, man, this guy has gone through the same that I am going through. He's in the same shoes as I am, and he went from X to Y because of this particular thing, because of these practices. So I can do the same. So the new belief is created. Storytelling, as easy as that. 30 minutes into the call, all he has done is laid out the story and told people that why this work is important and what I went through, I personally went through. So yeah, that's it. That's my quick little note.
Why most sexual energy practices fail and don't work for most men. Trying to
Okay, man. Okay, so the power of persuasion, power of copywriting, power of marketing, whatever you wanna say. I'm not gonna thrash on that. The power of brand building, the power of movement, the power of offer, the power of the face of the brand, everything combined. All of those powers combined is where the sales are made and where the huge numbers are being shown on the screens. And money is just the byproduct for me also, to make a share of profit out of this venture, and for John also to make a profit out of this, his coaching business. So that is truly the byproduct, but the main thing is how much of impact has John created on the men, and vice versa, how much impact I have created for John's business, how much help I have done, how much value I have just provided, how much time I have taken out of his, you know, out of his. That's it, bro. Calls are being booked. 24 men showed up today. It was day two, and the show operate is great. Tomorrow is the day where men get to see the offer that John has. And yeah, man, excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last big day for this workshop, and after this, for the sales number to be navigated, men would just have to connect with John, and John is gonna, no, I don't want to say sell them, but give them an opportunity to hop on his container, because he is doing something which is helping a lot of men. So it is for men to find out that if this is the right time for them or not, and they can just find it out while hopping on a call with John. So that's it. I'll just see you guys tomorrow. So just showcasing you guys the labor that I am doing, and the unsexy part which most of the people do not show, but this is sexy for me because these things just bring in much more joy inside me because I get to see a part of myself, my work coming to life. Okay, so I'm just adding some visuals onto the slides which I have prepared. These visual, for example, if you can see, there is this integration, this day three, where the brotherhood topic just is the main topic. So just adding some of these graphics to this. These are simple, but these would just definitely hit hard than some plain text. Okay, so just doing that, and yeah, excited for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the day when a lot of men would just book a call, and the call to action for the direct call to action to join the group container would be presented in front of men.
More confidence when I was speaking to, just like doing my daily activities, talking to people, going out, doing the stuff I usually do. I was just more like embodying myself. I was connecting.
I could relate with Arvin there. I have a lot more, I can articulate my words a lot better. I think today I went to a coffee shop and had a 2-hour deep dive conversation, and just feeling a lot more open and connected. And that usually stems from community spaces like this. I mean, even after like our Sacred Sons.
amazing, man. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Glad to hear that it's landing for you. Hired or ready, there will be an invitation to continue this work, to go deeper, to do this in a sustained way. and it's no pressure. But first, I do want to share something about this, and it's ultimately why I believe this work is not meant to be done alone, not fully. It's
Sales is done
I don't find it to be fully sustainable.
when
Something powerful when we can do this
the
together.
buyer feels that they are not sold to, but they have the power to buy
And
themselves.
ultimately, it does come down to
It's all like
some
that.
level of individual practice.
Selling without selling.
Training.
Look at man
He brought
listening
me
to
in.
this story,
He brought
bro.
me in to join the team, and he's somebody that I ended up really trusting. He gained the trust of my parents, and community, and was somebody that I really found as a mentor. And over that time,
Stated something that I said that he could relate to. Just made me feel valued and heard, and being feeling heard and understood is something that's just so priceless. You know. So.
and I do feel like
The ending of the workshop, man. 3 days. Continuous work. This is the offer part of the call. I'm so fucking proud of myself, bro, for pulling this thing up. 22 men in the room. Not a lot, but high quality men. High quality.
If you've been somebody who's been cultivating or practicing in isolation, and you're ready to start living together, leading together, practicing together, this is an opportunity for you to step into that. So maybe you're thinking that you're not ready. Practices. If this is something that you feel like it's time, I know you're ready. You're not going to be 100%. We'll have a brotherhood.
I love the last slide that comes up.
Maybe that you can call upon when you go
Wait
to
for it, I
another
will just show you guys.
for choosing transformation.
Look at this slide.
And this is how we rise. Not by pretending, not by performing, being real, being honest, being raw, showing up, practicing, training for ourselves, training together. So I celebrate you. I'm proud of you. I'm honored to have spent these last 3 days with you guys. Now, it's time to send you off.
What is good, my brothers? So, after the completion of this fucking funnel, I have just worked a lot, and my brain cells needs rejuvenation, something like that. So, I'm on a trip, you can just see, but I wanted to shoot this next clip right when I reach somewhere where I wanna go, and then I will just continue with the results, the payoff, how much we generated from this particular funnel. But I just wanted to document my life and showcase you what I was just doing. So I was cleaning up my bowl. Okay, I just had my food and had an oatmeal. I'm off to somewhere. You can just see I'm traveling in a sleeper bus, and I just wanted to showcase this. This is the very first time when I'm just doing this, eating something from a bowl and containing the food items. Okay, you can just see over here. Underneath this, there is 3 days supply of protein, muesli, and oats. So just carrying that with me, so I can have quick snacks and can be on diet also. Can eat healthy while I'm traveling. So happy to see that the inner child inside me is so happy to clean this bowl. I just add a little clip of me preparing the oats inside this bowl. So yeah. Supply looks good, and I'm off to somewhere. I'll just show you guys in a minute. Okay, so just seeing the beauty of this view, and being here for a very few days now in Rishikesh, I have freaking forgot. I did freaking forget to record the continuation for my video, which was eventually the funnel video which I wanted to create, the results which we have just got, and there have been few calls which have been made by John himself, and few people have been closed and revenue has been generated, but I have not talked ever since, and it's been 4th day that I am today in Rishikesh, and just the magic of Rishikesh made me forget that I needed to record this video, so now I am doing so, and yeah, that's a wider frame and that will be a better view. I'm in a Akana cafe right now, and been enjoying the trip that I have taken to this place, and I've come with my friend, and if you would just comment, not comment, man, let me just show you a few essence of what I did in Rishikesh, okay? Then I'll just come back and talk to you about the funnel.
रोहित कोहली Stop! Stop! Three and go jump! Hi guys! Hello! Hello bro! Hello Parvati Pate! Hello Parvati थोड़ा fast forward. Guys, stop. Hello guys, get down. Back on. Hello guys, get back. Guys, forward! गंगे मैया की जय! आगे बढ़ा दो भाई, आगे बढ़ा दो. Let's stop. Stop.
Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho. Shiva Shiva Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Bolo Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Jai Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Mahadeva Shambho Drums
Leaving the cafe? No, bro. Ordering something, I'm starving. Just gonna eat something. Look at the view, man. Look at this cafe, Arcana Cafe. This is great. So just before this food arrives, let me just tell you a little bit about what today is. So there are 4 days that I have been in Rishikesh, and it is like a blissful experience to just surround yourself with people where I can be social, I can just, sit in a cafe and work, and I can just read books and, just take care of myself. And there is this 200 hours of yoga program which I have like really liked, and I am working with the client with John, who is into all of these works, who is into like awakening your chakras and moving your breath, like the like energy flows where breath goes, something like that. I have also written it in my book. So energy flows where consciousness goes or breath goes. So that is the freaking idea, and I have like added some essence into my personality, and being in that one particular room where you just work and work and work, there's not a lot of life that you can just create. You can just progress in your work life, but there are other aspects of your life which you need to like work upon. And here I really just felt lively, and we did river rafting. I visited Vashisht caves, and we went to the Kyarki viewpoint, and we see the sun dipping, and the river Ganga is making this Om sign over there, and that is so blissful like to see. I did had conversation with a lot of people, Kerry being one of them, and I got to like talk about yoga with her, which evoked a curiosity of learning yoga into depth. So we went today to do this, practice the Hatha yoga, and that was like a great session to be in. That is something which I really felt. The energy of Rishikesh is like really, really pure. I still have to like explore the spiritual side of this place, but yeah, man, if everything goes well and in the near future, I would be like happy to run a funnel from here and to devote my time into the work that I am doing, which is like copywriting / marketing. And the coffee machine has just started, so it would be just making a lot of noise. And I did not just come here with a purpose to record videos, but next time I'm definitely just going to invest into a mic and a camera and I'm just gonna provide much more higher quality video for you. Just look at the view, man. So in the near future you can just get this view and me talking about how I created. Let's suppose if this funnel crosses $100,000 for John, so I would be like recording these kind of videos more often in such places. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's really what I wanted to tell you before the burger which I've ordered just comes. So yeah, see you. Look at this, bro. Too good. Look at the vibe, man. The tilak on their heads. All the plants, all the atmosphere, all the interior designing which you just get to see. Awesome. Lovely experience, man. I am here with the John Paul, the man of the hour. Who did a month ago, I did not get to celebrate this thing. Get on a call, changed 28 people's life within the span of 3 days. And in that 28 people, I consider myself also. So, are you ready, guys, to just fucking know that how much this freaking workshop generated? Are you? I'm not. That's the disclaimer which I want to give. I said from the start of this video that this generated $100,000, but it fucking just did not, man. It did not. Yeah, so that's the whole truth. So what happened was that in the mid of creating the funnel, John decided to go from not pitching his one-on-one offer, which is a high ticket offer, but he wants a lot more time in his hand and he could not just take a lot of one-on-one guys. So he wanted a group container. So for the group container, it became a mid-ticket offer. Okay, but still I had the hopes that we would just generate more than $50,000 and break the past record that we had made. But what ended up happening was that, yeah, we did booked a shitload of calls. You know, Walter, Matt, Nathan, Diago was your already client, and you know, Jim, Arvin, Ryan, Jordan, Davis, Joshua, Joe, like a lot of people just booked a call, man. It was like I was like, okay, we did book 12 calls and the prospects just looked so freaking hot. On the workshop I can just see the notes. I can see that they had interest. When John shared the offer, no one fucking left the call. Not even a single person dipped out of that call. And 12 of them just freaking decided to hop on a one-on-one call with John, with a knowing in their head that yeah, John is gonna pitch them their services. But sales is something which we can just predict, but we just cannot control. The prospects were high of intent, but what I've got out of it is that they did not have the money to invest right now in this particular thing. Yeah, they definitely are in pain. They definitely want John to provide them with solution, but it is what it is. So my projections were super right, and we did book calls accordingly. But the end up thing which happening was that we generated approx. So with that, we have just generated $20,000 for this funnel. Yeah, that's the number, guys. That is it, which we have generated. Even though I wanted to create a bigger case study, I knew that this funnel had a potential to generate $100,000, but no losses taken and no excuses. I did made John only $20,000 this time. But if you have stick right now over here and you have dimmed your face like this, that $20,000, that's it, then let me just tell you that after this group content is done, after the 3 months of this group content is done, John is gonna pitch these people who have bought this group container ticket his high ticket offer, the one-on-one services. And if people get onto this one-on-one service and all of them get into this one-on-one service, then you know, the revenue is just gonna go from $20,000 to $70,000. Yeah, that is accurate. That is something which I cannot falsify. So that's the update, guys. That's the end for this video. But no matter how much this funnel has generated, the thing is that we ended up getting a lot of freaking leads from ads and plus organically. And my only fault was not to run ads earlier on. If I would have just ran ads earlier on, we may have like booked 24 calls. Who knows? So yeah, by the look of the data, I can just say that definitely I can booked a lot of calls. John had been on a lot of calls and we would have generated much more revenue, which we can just see as of now. But after 3 months, who knows? Just come over to my Instagram stories to just know how much this whole funnel ended up generating. A lot of metrics were like changed, for example, the descending of promoting the high ticket to mid ticket, that was one thing which was changed, which did change a lot of numbers into the revenue. But I still feel that we can just add much more revenue after the 3 months are done. But nonetheless, it was a freaking great funnel to be a part of. It was a great project to be a part of, and I enjoyed thoroughly. It was challenging, definitely. There were days when I didn't want it to work. There were a lot of emails written and marketing assets which were built. So the only take for this whole process, which I can just give you, which is the moral of the story, is just become fucking a beast of person in your skills. Become a beast of a marketer. Just know how to use AI to just reduce your time. I was the only sole person who was behind this whole marketing, who was behind the strategy, who was developing the funnel, who designed the sales pages, who ran the ads, who wrote the ads, who made the workshop slides, who got onto the workshop day, all of those 3 days, and who got to create all of the automations and set things up so that the pipeline does not leak. Irregardless of the revenue, irregardless of the circumstances that we cannot control, you should become a beast who should do A plus work on the things that you can control. That's it. Just become a beast of a person who is well educated in this space, who knows how to get clients, how to get your clients, how to map out the customer journey, how to just make sure that your pipeline never leaks, how to make sure that you're capable of generating not only traffic but converting that traffic into the offer. You know ins and out of every single thing, and that will just come with experience and bigger client and doing a lot of work. So if you're ready for this, copywriting is a freaking fruitful career that I can just vouch for my own personal experience. So that's it, guys. This was the end of the video. If you have just like it, if you like this content, just let me know. And to the people who have just watched till here, man, salute to you. You are the next copywriter, aspiring copywriter who is gonna kill it in the market, because you have this fire inside you that you just want to prove yourself. Because I know I was right in your place that you are today. If you have watched this video, give it a thumbs up, brother. Tell me what more content would you just like to see. If you have any questions, come over to my Instagram, DM me, and I will be just much more happy to just answer to what you have to ask. Okay. So that being said, I am not in that mood to say that this funnel was fucked up and we ended up generating less revenue. But what I can just say is there are a lot of things which we cannot control, but there are a lot of things that you can control. So in the mid of when I got to know that a lot of people are just not opting in for the webinar, what I did is I made these little improvements into the funnel. I added new emails, I changed some angles of the emails. So by that, a lot more people just start opting in. So that is what I'm saying. Just start doing A plus work on the things that you can just control and leave other things to the code. And that being said, this is the wrap for the video. I hope the best for you, and I'll just see you next time with another case study or another documentary or another video. Bye bye. Tada. See you.